I have a message for the world from Roger Stone. And that message is your basic liberties, your basic freedoms, and due process is under attack. And if Roger Stone can be found guilty on any of the 6 counts against him by this kangaroo court and this Obama-appointed tyrant fake judge, then no one in this nation is safe. And we see in Congress the fake Star Chamber secret trials where they were having rehearsals on how they would testify. But even once they testified, it turned out that everything that we'd heard from Adam Schiff, Ed Buck's best buddy, was a lie. So Roger Stone's message is this. He expects to be convicted. He said only a miracle can save him now. That's his exact words to me last night and this morning. And he said to me, Alex, barring a miracle, I appeal to God and I appeal to your listeners for prayer. And I appeal to the president to pardon me, because to do so would be a action that would show these corrupt courts that they're not going to get away with persecuting people for their free speech or for the crime of getting the president elected. If we don't do that, it will embolden their criminal activity. Now, there is a press release and an article on newswars.com and infowars.com that has the number to the White House on it. And if and when he is convicted by this jury, it is vital that everyone share the information graphic posted at infowars.com and newswars.com with everyone you know on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, by hand, you name it, and that everyone who can in the area of Virginia or Maryland or West Virginia or all over the country travel to D.C. anytime for the week after this conviction and encircle the White House with bullhorns demanding President Trump take action. They have packed the court full of Obama, Hillary, appointees and operatives, CIA spooks, you name it. The jury reportedly has been looking at Roger and shaking with hatred, and he's done absolutely nothing wrong. They've put President Trump on trial, saying that it came from the Russians with no proof. They're hoping this show trial and a conviction of Stone will somehow claim that Russiagate was real, but it's already collapsed. He's not on trial for Russia. He's on trial for supposedly telling Congress he wasn't in direct contact with Julian Assange. Well, he never was in direct contact with him. He worked here at the time. We know. He was talking to him through people like Credico and others. And Assange was talking to the mainstream media at that time. That's not illegal. But CNN tells you that if you read WikiLeaks, you're going to jail. They tell you if you say the name of this whistleblower, you're going to jail. But Rand Paul has. Because it's the law that when you accuse somebody, your name is public. But the Democrats are trying to intimidate the world and anybody that would support President Trump. So Roger Stone's message is this. He prays by a miracle that he's not convicted, but the tea leaves are clear. He believes he will be convicted. They've now been deliberating for 5 hours or so. And as soon as the verdict comes out, we'll let you know. But right now, barring that miracle, he'll be convicted on many of the 6 fake counts. And that's why we have a separation of powers, so that when there is misjustice, higher courts can override lower courts and overturn convictions. And Congress can pass laws that override the courts, or even the executive in many cases. And the executive has the power of the pardon. Only an impeachment for what they believe is an improper pardon can stop the president. And will Americans be mad at Trump if he pardons Stone? Stone stopped being able to communicate with Trump once they said that Stone and Trump were implicated in the fake Russiagate. That was meant to break them off from each other. Now that's been proven to be a hoax. So will the president listen to his cowardly advisors and not pardon Stone? Because he believes if he does, that somehow validates a Russia connection when this man has not been indicted for Russia connection. And the judge wouldn't let Stone bring into his defense that there was no Russia connection. She said this trial isn't about Russia. So you can't bring in that no proof was ever shown that the hack was Russian. But then the entire prosecution is about Trump and the Russians and Stone and the Russians in front of these jurors, and these libtard jurors know damn well he's innocent. But they want to sit there and feel all officious and powerful and send him to prison, hoping for some victory against flyover country that they despise so much, that they're so angry they don't have control of. So write down the number. It's Roger Stone's request that if he's convicted, you call the White House 202-456-1414, and you let them know repeatedly that you want this man that got Trump elected and has now been indicted for that crime, according to the deep state. And I point out in the article that Kit and I wrote during the breaks at Infowars.com that if he is found innocent by a miracle, still it's good to call the White House and tell the president, indict the deep state, bring out the Inspector General report, indict them for the fake Russiagate hoax, indict them for their crimes, indict them for the fake whistleblower, that they now have an ongoing impeachment proceedings based on a lie. And Schiff says the whistleblower doesn't even know who it is now, and he said it was Eric Ciaramella. Think about how crazy things have gotten. Think about how dumb they think you are. They think you have no memory. Like Jonathan Gruber said, he wrote Obamacare to triple your prices. He said, thank God you don't have a memory. Thank God you're so stupid. But are you really stupid? No, you're not stupid. And it's this audience of activists they fear. So again, not just one day, but many days for due process, for justice, for freedom, and to say no to the Russiagate hoax and all of the judicial tyranny and the deep state political prosecutions of political prisoners like Roger Stone. We say no now. So I'm not waiting until he's convicted to come out here and tell you the battle plan, because I believe he is going to be convicted because of the intel we got from witnesses and reporters. And I hope I get egg on my face, because I rarely do. I'll be very glad to come on here and say I was wrong. But I think we all know a kangaroo court fraud when we see it. And that they packed that court with deep staters, and the benches were just full of globalists, cackling and laughing at their petty power. These people have no power. They're pomps of the satanic pedophile network. Now it's easier than ever to have Band.video on your iPhone. Simply go to Band.video with your Safari browser. Then you click the share button at the bottom of the screen. When the menu comes up, you simply click Add to Home Screen. It will then ask you to name the app. I suggest Band.video. You will now have Band.video app on your home screen, despite the fact that Tim Cook tried to stop it. The globalists think you're lazy, but by taking a little bit of action, you can override them, have the app, and then tell others about it so they can get the app. So it's up to you whether you want to defy big tech and click the share buttons below on your email, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, however you want. Be sure and share Band.video. Please support us as well and spread the word about the transmission. And remember, your financial support is what makes this possible. Plus, we make it easy. We have really great products at InfoWarsStore.com, and we have the Alexa Pure Breeze that every year around this time, we are able to offer at their cost. And then we're given a rebate for the new year when we purchase these. This way they don't have to pay taxes on them. This is $147 is the cost with free shipping. They've never done a deal that good. It's a hot item. They sell tens of thousands of these a year. It's a 4-stage ion cluster. Other competing brands are $400, $500, $600, $700. All the markup. No, ladies and gentlemen, we usually sell these all day long for $250. They're a great deal. $147 I've told the guy, like, this cuts into the market, selling this low. People don't appreciate it. Well, this is what the InfoWars audience gets. InfoWarsStore.com, there's only a few hundred of these left at this price. And then more don't come in until next year.